bad pride. Deep 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 bad pride.
And hopefully now this doesn't sound like shit. For those of you who don't know, we just tried to stream a minute ago. Shit went awry. A lot of shit's gone wrong trying to do this show today.
Running it, TJ.
Well, a lot of it ain't my fault, man.
Jesus H. Christ, TJ.
I mean, this wasn't even supposed to be tonight's show, dude.
Who runs the show?
Paul pulled research for the wrong show.
Who?
That is true.
XSplit fucking crashed.
Who runs the show, TJ?
For when everything's going fine, me.
We look to you.
When something goes wrong, it's either you or Paul that fucked up.
No, TJ, you are the leader of the show by your own proclamation. Therefore, TJ, the leader must take the responsibility.
Yep.
I don't agree with that.
When there
the
is
leader,
a failure,
the leader always finds a good scapegoat. That's the mark of a true leader.
You should have already done that because I already blamed you. See, I'm smart, dude. I'm a smart scapegoat. I place the blame where it belongs. At your
Squarely
at your feet.
At
Boo.
the feet of TJ,
Boo, I say.
as usual.
Yeah,
Hey, you knave.
I didn't abandon hope last night, and at the end, fucking XSplit froze, and when I had to go to Task Manager to shut it down, and then when I opened it up today, all my settings were fucked, and I didn't check the audio settings, and so it was recording from the camera that's shooting Paul and Scotty.
Good job.
Which is
TJ.
just
Great
a
sound quality.
a
on that camera, by
camcorder
the way.
in the middle of the room, so that didn't do too great for audio.
Came out real well. Not that our mics are usually all that great anyway, but whatever.
Slightly better anyway.
Slightly better than that.
Yeah, you know, whatever. So the first thing we probably should announce before we get into shit is that Scotty is dying of cancer. I mean, maybe. I don't know. Could
Yeah,
be.
dude. What if I am
never
now,
know,
TJ?
dude.
Yeah, you never really know.
What the
Never
fuck,
really
dude?
know.
You're a piece of shit, TJ. I'm dying of
What
cancer.
an awful thing to bring up, TJ.
I know, right? I know. But anyway, the 24-hour show, a lot of people have been wondering where it's going to be, when it's going to be, all that shit. We are doing it on July 6th, Friday, July 6th, from noon on that day until noon on Saturday, July 7th.
Holy shit.
So we got a 24-hour block planned out for you. It's going to be a spectacular to end all spectaculars.
A spectacular.
And you know, tonight's show is
A
on
spectacle.
Elder Scrolls, and we wanted to get Stevie in here, and because he's a big Elder Scrolls player, so we're like, hey, Stevie, you know, we know you want to promote your channel and all. Why don't you come on down to Deep Fat Fried, talk some Elder Scrolls?
Unfortunately, Stevie said he was at a bar drinking.
And then Stevie's like, I'm busy shaving my balls, or whatever the fuck.
Shaving my balls.
Oh man, he said he was at a bar, dude.
Oh, you're trying to give him cover. All right.
Yeah,
all
I'm
right.
trying to give him a little cover, man. He said he was drinking, dude.
You say he was shaving his balls.
Okay, yeah, you're right. He was shaving his balls.
You know, and then, dude, since Stevie didn't come on the show, let's punish him by saying embarrassing shit about him. Because there was a moment when me and Scotty looked at each other the other day and burst into laughter, and it's because Stevie had said this sentence. Oh, I gotta give you some context. We were looking at these. He was making one of those stupid aluminum balls that you see on YouTube, the polished aluminum ball. You know, you polish
Made out of
it
tin
enough.
foil.
Yeah, you know, it's made of foil and shit. And you just, you know, you polish it up against stuff, and eventually it looks smooth. And, Stevie's dad, my stepdad, Steve, is like, why don't you just pour the, aluminum into a ball-shaped mold and you have the same thing, only be better. And Stevie said verbatim, word for word, he said, the aluminum ball is for those men who lack ability with the forge and are not prone to smith work. Me and Scotty just like looked at each other like, what the fuck did he just
Me
say,
and
dude?
Scotty.
Looked at each other. And we each said... And
Fucking wrong with you, Stevie?
Stevie got all butthurt. He's like, brothers, why has what I said vexed you so?
What have
Verily
I
I
said
say
to
unto
amuse
thee, what was unusual about my manner of speech?
Does the way I speak
Nothing.
displease thee?
Nothing, Stevie. It's totally
Oh,
how
man.
people talk, dude.
Stevie's like, I speak from times long past.
That's why Stevie would have been perfect for this. 'cause
I know.
He could have just been an
Exactly.
Elder Scrolls character.
Stevie had your fucking chance, dude. You had
We
your
wanted-
fucking chance, Stevie.
But you know
blew
what?
it.
Just to show how nice and how generous we truly are, I think we should still promote Stevie's channel.
Yeah, let's do it.
What's the name of this? What's the name of this?
Under
of Stevie's-
Creations,
It's
dude.
Under Creations.
Find a Stevie blog, dude.
Yeah, you gotta, we gotta watch a
Creations.
Stevie.
We're gonna cover a
Stevie
Stevie
blog.
blog now.
Yeah, we weren't planning on it, so I don't have it pulled up. But why not?
You
You
can
know,
fucking pull it up, dude.
Under Create. Is this it? Let's see.
It probably
It's
is.
like a green logo.
Yeah.
That's it.
Cool. So what do I pull? A vlog?
Yeah, just find something, reasonably short that we can take a look at.
Here's one. Okay. This is called Welp, I'm Bored.
Okay.
Let's do it, dude.
So let me move
Well,
it.
I'm bored.
Let me move it into the fucking forefront here for you. Just gonna go ahead and full screen this
full
piece
screen
of
it.
shit. Let's
Full
see.
screen it too.
Yeah. I'm full screening it. Yeah, I'm going to. Give me a second, you fuck.
Yeah.
This is one of the fucking classic videos from Stevie's top tier channel.
Something smells unusual, like some sort of presence. I sense something. Rebel, do you see and smell them? What's that? The demons? Go get the demons! They're at the door! They're at the door! Get the demons! Go! Get the demons! Go! Yeah! Kill the demons! Kill the fucking demons, Rebel! You fucking pussy! I'll do it myself!
Whoa.
Masterpiece.
Whoa.
Master.
Did he
fucking
kill the
piece.
demon?
I don't know.
Here's Stevie. Beautiful views.
It is pretty beautiful.
This is Stevie in Tennessee.
Yes.
Yes.
I come to the mountains to find myself.
It's beautiful.
Those who are
I am a
bored.
man of the mountains. Their majestic beauty washes over me.
It pleases me so.
The mountains are for those of us who are prone to trips into nature.
Land of diversity.
I don't see any black people there.
Whoa.
Yeah, where's the diversity?
I don't see any diversity at all.
It all looks green to
Not
me.
one POC in this frame.
How is this channel not blown up yet? Asks the chat. I don't know.
I mean,
I don't know.
Okay, so we're at one of the entrances to the
right.
Appalachian Trail.
So anyway,
I just wanted to show this to
go
everyone.
check out Under Creations.
Starts in
Under
well, you got.
creations.
He does
state of
gaming
Georgia,
content. We're doing a
all the way
gaming
to the
episode.
state
Maybe
of
we should
Maine.
show them some of his gaming
Has he
content.
played any
dude.
Elder Scrolls games?
Something.
Why don't we see? Why don't we? I'll search. Let's find out. Damn it! Where's the fucking search
I know he's
feature on
played
this?
Dark Souls.
Yeah, that's
That's kind of
medievally.
Yeah.
Here we go. Here's Stevie playing Dark Souls. That's all
Hello,
I need.
everybody. Welcome back to Dark Souls Prepare to Die edition. So, in order to save y'all's time, I just ran my ass all the way down to the depths. The depths? No, not the depths. The Tomb of Giants, I think it... I don't fucking remember, but here's the ladder that, that a commenter told me about, like, a long time ago. That's how I'm supposed to get into the actual tomb, I think. So,
Right.
there's actually a small side quest I could do.
Check out my brother's
Where I
gaming
saved
channel,
this,
James. You love.
Just one person. Shortcut ahead? What shortcut? There's a shortcut? Hold on. I'm exploring something new here.
Stevie, what is this?
Let's just go midway through. It's the same. Okay, there we go. He's fighting something.
Oh, he's
at
fighting,
least.
dude.
Yeah, he's fighting a
Alright,
dude.
Oh shit.
Damn, he just blasted.
Damn, he's fucking Stevie up.
You think Force will work on me? Bitch, I got some of the best gear.
All right.
All right, then.
Is the
All right.
best.
My gear is top tier.
Stevie has the best gear.
So Stevie's channel is Under Creations. I'll go ahead and blast a link to it in the chat here.
Yeah, we can put one in the description too of this.
And I will go ahead and add one to the description of this video.
Yeah, go subscribe to Stevie. You got to
Go-
see what he's up to over there.
You guys gotta go because he refused to be on our show because he's a fucking piece of
He's a
shit.
prima donna at this point.
Yeah, he just thinks he's too big to be on Deep Fat Fried now that his channel is so successful.
Yeah, it's blowing up.
You know how it is. You know, they get famous and all of a sudden they don't return your calls
yeah, Steve,
no
you think
more.
you're fucking famous now,
They
buddy?
forget-
Too
they-
good for us?
But yeah, got to go check out Stevie.
Stevie's channel. The classic channel of the great and powerful Stevie. Damn it, what am I doing?
Master of the aluminum ball.
The aluminum ball is for those of us who are
Like
not
the-
prone to the fires of the forge. The flames of the forge do not call my name.
Another thing Stevie will always say is whenever. We always talked about that when you have a conversation with Stevie. Like he'll always be like, whenever I was doing this, whenever I was going here.
That's another Stevieism.
That's a Stevieism. Whenever.
Yeah, bitch. So all hail Stevie.
Yeah, check out seriously. Check out Stevie's channel. Harass him. Do whatever you want to do.
Seriously, or are you guys dicking around? What?
What?
I'm not going to validate that shit
How
with a
dare
response.
you say that?
Let's talk about the meetup, gentlemen.
Yeah, so one more thing before we get to the actual shit we came here to talk about, I guess. The meetup happening in Los Angeles, CA,
boy.
California, motherfucker. Going to be happening on July 21, 2018. It's a 21-plus event. Doors open at 7 if you're a VIP. They open at 8 if you're not.
You're a fucking pleb.
The VIPs, they get some free swag, and they get to hang out with us before the show.
Hand job from TJ.
And then the regular general admission people, they come in. We do the show. Marshall Manson's going to play a set, play songs like Salty Paul, round as a ball. You know, and then, play some other bullshit. And then we're going to fucking take the stage. Paul's going to tell a story. I'm going to do some game show shit. We're going to do some deep, fat, fried fucking goodness right there for you. Big live show. And then we're going to get off the stage after you probably pelt us with tomatoes and boo us. And then we're going to hang out with you, and we're going to drink, and we're going to eat, and we're going to smoke, and we're going to snort lines of fucking coke off each other's assholes. It's going to be fucking beautiful.
I don't want to snort any
Well,
coke
yeah,
off of
I'm-
your ass.
Shut up, Paul! You're going to do what you're fucking told.
Damn, dude.
Anyway, it's happening July 21st. Anyone who's not there is a piece of fucking reprehensible human garbage. By the way, VIP tickets, there are only 14 VIP tickets left. There's only 14 left.
They're going like hotcakes.
They are almost gone.
Yeah, we've been selling them pretty quick, so
So if you want your VIP ticket, the window, it is closing.
It's
And
shrinking
remember,
fast.
that's where you get to come in early and you get to hang out with us before the place gets too crowded, and you get some free swag, and you get us to sign your shit, take pictures with you, all that good nonsense.
And
It's
remember
like
the
VidCon,
complimentary
except
hand
it
jobs
doesn't
from
suck.
TJ in the bathroom.
Yeah. VidCon that doesn't suck. I like
It's
that.
like a VidCon that doesn't suck and where you can get drunk and do drugs.
Sweet.
Yeah. So
That
that's
sounds like,
what's
that
happening.
sounds like a VidCon I'd go to.
Exactly. It sounds like a
DrunkCon.
VidCon you are going to, with the only YouTubers worth a shit. And by the way, Stevie, the Stevie, will be there.
Whoa.
Stevie will be there. And for all you guys who horn dog and perv out on my mom will also be there.
Whoa.
So
shit.
you can stare at her from across the room creepily in person. Wow.
That's fantastic.
Wow. Wait, I'm the only one not wearing sunglasses. Okay, I guess I'll put some sunglasses
Yeah, get your
on.
shades on,
Whoa.
bitch.
I don't want to be the only one not wearing shades.
Kind of less cool now.
Fuck you. Anyway, also, I guess there is one more thing we have to shill before we actually get started. But, whatever. Just going to quickly say, Patreon, Pessimist Productions Patreon. We got a $5 perk. We got a $10 perk. That's all we have. And it's all explained in great,
That's all you
explicit,
really
hideous
need.
detail. Right here, you got
Wanna read about
long,
it?
detailed explanations
Know
of
that.
all the shit you get. And believe me when I say that we will give you more stuff than any other fucking Patreon on the face of the goddamn
Yep.
planet.
If there's a Patreon that gives its fucking patrons more than us, I'd like to hear which
You know
one.
what? Go fucking sign up for that one then.
Someone just said TJ has 1994 class retard sunglasses.
Those are pretty, like, Oakley type sunglasses, dude.
Whatever, dude. Douche, bro.
Whatever.
Man, you guys are fucking douchebags. You don't understand
principles,
me. You don't understand me, Paul.
All right.
Enough about this
Any
bullshit.
fucking goddamn way. We're here to talk about, thanks to Paul's fuck up, Elder Scrolls.
I mean, whatever, TJ.
Elder Scrolls.
This is a show that needed to be done. Because
Is it?
I got a sad fact to tell this audience.
What's
These
that?
two gentlemen in here with me never really played the Elder Scrolls. What the fuck is wrong with the two of you?
I don't know. Just got no interest in that faggot
You know
ass
what, Paul?
bullshit.
I'll respond to Paul. Busy getting laid, Paul. Guess we
Oh.
know what you were doing.
Well, yeah, I mean, I was playing the Elder Scrolls.
While me and Scotty were pounding the puss, Paul was fucking
Whoa,
around in
I speak only for
Skyrim or
myself
whatever the
there,
fuck.
TJ.
Yeah, while you guys were pounding the puss, I was saving Tamriel. I was becoming the fucking savior of Tamriel while you were pounding the puss.
So,
Well, I mean,
Paul, you're the only one that's
trade-off.
played this dog shit series of games. So why don't you tell us a little bit about what the fuck it's all
We
about?
got to
eh?
know.
So, the Elder Scrolls is made by Bethesda.
Boring, worst episode ever.
I'm done
oh
with
my
this
god.
episode.
All right, cancel it.
Cancel it.
Canceled.
Canceled. This is over. This episode's over. Go away.
Bethesda Softworks started out as a company that made, like, sports games and some
What?
action games.
Sports games?
Yep.
I never knew that about Bethesda.
Yep. In prior to the in the 6 years from its founding to Arena's 1994 release, Bethesda had released 10 games. 6 of them were sports games. They released Hockey League Simulator, NCAA basketball, Road to the Final Four, Wayne Gretzky hockey.
So much of generic shit, basically.
Yep. Those earlier ones, a lot of them were just text-based, too. So it was like a simulation where you were the manager of a hockey team. And then
Sounds lame.
they also made the PC Terminator games. There were about 4 of them. I pulled some video from the first and the last Terminator game that they worked on.
You did?
Yeah, you can mute these, by the way. We'll just talk over them as they go.
Oh, thank you for telling me how to do that, Paul.
Well, I figured you needed a little help.
You know,
due to
I
the
figured
fucking
you need a little help
abortion of a
pulling the
face plant
proper
of
fucking
this episode at the
episode,
beginning.
Paul.
Just trying to help you out there,
Yeah, I need a
Chief.
little help, TJ.
I don't need your fucking help, Paul. I never
I
did.
think you do.
I never did. Never fucking did.
All right, then play the video then, TJ.
All right, I will.
You fucking
Let's play the
failure.
fucking. Let's
You
play the
fat
faggot ass
fucking
video.
failure.
All right, all right, all right, all right. Let's play it. You know, I don't
Let's
give a
play
shit.
it.
I don't give a shit. I don't give a
You
shit,
don't give
guys.
a shit, TJ?
All right, you guys will be able to hear it, but the audience won't be able to. Just
All right.
like the last episode.
All right, fair enough.
We're special.
So yeah, this is the Terminator, released in 1990, and these screens look kind of promising, but once the game starts, you'll see how.
Oh, this is badass, dude.
Yeah. So very rudimentary first-person shooter game. You know, you could buy
Ooh, first-person
Wow,
shopper.
dude.
Awesome.
Let's go shopping.
Yeah.
So you need a split? Oh, a vaporizer. Well, that's cool.
Yeah, a first-person shopper
A
game.
heating pad.
It got a lot of flack. If you can skip ahead a little bit, TJ.
No, I'm riveted by this
riveting,
shopping
dude.
sequence,
Get out of the
dude.
goddamn shopping scene, TJ.
I don't know. I like this shopping scene. It's pretty cool.
What's that? Oh, I can't buy that. Nope, can't buy
Yeah.
that.
I'm
either.
pretty invested in this. This
a
looks way
pixel
better
art.
than any of the fucking. They should have stuck with this.
Yeah.
Antibiotics. You need those.
Rather than that faggot ass Elder
Antacid?
Scrolls.
Yeah, why does he need antibiotics?
Yeah, he's a fucking machine.
Terminator.
Eh,
Well,
whatever.
it's
Okay, so
what if he
here's
gets
some
heartburn, dude?
actual
What if he eats a pizza, dude? and it's
quote
late?
unquote gameplay going on here, I guess.
So it was hard to find good footage of this game. In that bottom left-hand corner, there's this red box. And if he were to shoot somebody, you would see them die in that red box.
Hold on,
which
I want
caused-
them to hear the actual sound of this game.
Sure.
It's like weak farting the game.
Yeah, it's just like
It's just like a bunch of
so
little
very
farts.
slow, but you gotta understand, nothing like that really existed at the time. And you could get in cars. Look at
Yeah,
this.
all right.
So it's like GTA.
All right, cool. Now I can run some people over.
Yeah,
and
you just
shit,
stole
dude.
a car, and for whatever reason, the car goes about the same speed as he does.
Okay, yeah, run these people over. right.
So this was Terminator from
Run them
1990. Let's take a look at Skynet from
Yeah,
1996.
this game is fucking atrocious, dude.
It is pretty atrocious.
And Bethesda never got any better. So that's
Yeah,
Yeah.
this is actually the best game they ever made, if you believe it.
So here you go.
This is
Skynet!
1996 Terminator Skynet. Skip ahead a little bit because there's like an intro and bullshit here.
Okay.
Dun, 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 dun,
Get into the gameplay. So this is more like a Doom type clone,
yeah, FPS.
but it
run
was pretty
around.
good. I've actually played this one for a Doom clone. Pretty awesome. Great voiceover right
Yeah.
there, by the way.
Find the comics.
Find the complex. Search for everybody inside.
Well, they can't hear the voiceover.
That's
so.
fine.
He just took down a fucking Terminator drone with a shotgun.
Yeah,
He's
you know.
a badass, Scotty.
He must be, dude.
He used his Terminator targeting protocol to hit it in the one weak spot that would blow it up.
I mean, it is kind of cool to explore the concept of like the dystopian future. You know
Yep.
what I mean?
It was set in the after the fall of humanity during the machine wars. So it's a lot of fun. You can see in the smart gun there was kind of a HUD that comes up. I don't know. It was a first person shoot, but this is what Bethesda was known for: sports games and this. That was, of course, until 1994 when they released their first Elder Scrolls game, Arena, which I think we got the box art for that. I want to ogle the box art for Arena, TJ.
Yeah, I do too, because it's pretty fun. So let's just pause this shit here and look at the box art.
Damn.
Dude.
Excuse me while I...
Humming,
Holy diver! Dude, this is fucking awesome.
Hubba. Holy shit.
Damn.
I mean, what better way to fucking fight your way through fucking hordes of enemies than scantily clad?
She must be, yeah, I was going to say, she must be an awesome fighter. She ain't got a scar on her and she's not wearing shit. So the Elder Scrolls Arena first started out as kind of an action game. They thought of it like a gladiator game where the idea was a series of fights where you and your team of gladiators would fight another team of gladiators, and if you win that, you move on to the next one, with the ultimate goal being to win the championship. And as they went on, in between the fights, they started to add these little side quests and shit for flavor. And as the development of the game went on, they started spending more and more time on the side quests and less time on the arena combat aspect, until they all kind of realized, we've made an RPG, guys. This is not an action game anymore. This is a role.
Can I ask you
game.
a question?
Sure.
Why does the logo look like it says Bethesda?
Bethesda.
What's in Bethesda?
Yeah, it is a pretty bad.
You want the Bethesda?
I think they combined the T and the H in Bethesda back in the day. It is a pretty bad logo.
So there's 4 classes of
Bethesda.
characters, I'm guessing, or is that just for the box art?
The character. There are 4 different kinds of. I can't remember exactly what they are. It's been a long time since I played Arena. But yeah, you could pick different character classes. But it became basically all about the side quests. It retained the arena aspect in that your character starts as a slave that's being forced to fight in a coliseum-like arena.
Sure, a gladiator.
So you're a
basically.
gladiator, right? And and it starts with you in prison, which is something that runs throughout all of the Elder Scrolls games from here on out. You always start as a person who is in prison, needing to escape. So I think I pulled some gameplay from Arena so we can take a look. I think it's kind of interesting to look at. You can see their other work in it. So first person based, you can see all the different provinces of Tamriel here that are shown in the other games.
I mean, for 94, it does look pretty expansive.
Yeah, those of you out there in the audience, which pretty much everybody except for the 2 of you, this is actually Whiterun. So it's a major city in Skyrim, and this is Whiterun in the first Elder Scrolls game, Arena. So kind of cool to get a look at that. Let them hear the music too,
All right.
because it's not a very noisy game. It's very medieval. But this type of thing where you can wander around in a 3D environment and do quests and talk to people, there really wasn't anything like that out there. This game was pretty hugely ambitious, but it was kind of plagued with problems.
It does look glitchy.
Yeah, the first problem was they missed their Christmas release date. They wanted to have it out for the Christmas season in 1993, but they went over time. It didn't come out until 94. And
Is this the map?
this is the map of just Whiterun.
Oh man, this looks like really it'd be really hard to navigate through this thing.
Yeah, I mean, once you get used to it, you can make little notes on it and let you know like where the shops
I mean,
are.
you need these kind of pioneering games to get these later games that we're used to. So I kind of see like the inspiration. So, man, I played a little bit of the Elder Scrolls games, but you can tell this is definitely the technology where the graphics just aren't there. Their ambitions are really exceeding the technology.
Yeah,
At this point.
but I mean, you can see the Elder Scrolls here. You can see Morrowind and Oblivion here. You can see the beginnings of it. And when it was released, it was horribly buggy, which led to it selling very few copies at the beginning.
Well, yeah, this battle scene. I mean, I barely realized we're in combat.
Yeah, I mean, back in the day, this is about the best you got. You know what I mean? Especially for 3D. It was horribly taxing on people's computer systems back in the day, which made it, not accessible.
A lot of people were hearing that fucking fan kick on.
Oh yeah, I mean it was just like a slideshow for most people. And like I said, it was buggy. They eventually fixed it, and slowly but surely, by word of mouth, it became a commercial success. The initial distribution was only 20,000 units. Also, if you want to go back to the box art, TJ.
Yeah, I'm just not gonna fuck with this music because
Yeah, it's fine.
even at the lowest possible level that it allows me to play it, they're saying it's way too loud.
All right,
so.
that's fine. Yeah, just keep it
So
muted.
I'm just not gonna fuck with music. So just whatever.
Yep.
But yeah, we got the box art. Oh, you want to go back to the box?
Yeah,
this
go
is
back
the
to the
box
box
art
art.
for Arena here.
Yeah, for Arena. Because this was a source of controversy, too. A lot of retailers didn't want to carry it because of the bikini-clad porn star on the front.
Oh, come on.
Yeah, so, a
nothing
little
wrong with
moral
that.
panic or whatever. But it was kind of a cult hit. Not necessarily a smash hit of a game, but it, garnered a cult following.
Well, I mean, Bethesda had never really done anything like this previously, so they weren't a big game studio. This probably was kind of just like, I mean, it seems to me like 20,000 units. I mean, that doesn't sound like it's very many. So this is probably
No, it wasn't.
I mean, it's in probably a handful of stores in major cities.
Yeah,
and that's about
specialty
it.
shops like, computer game shops.
Yeah, like someone like, yeah,
games
well,
and shit.
you're going to order it. Like, yeah, I want to buy at this time, like 94. It's like, yeah, I want to order, Elder Scrolls Arena. Like, all right, we'll have it in 2 weeks or
Yep.
something.
So 2 years later, fans got the next Elder Scrolls game, the Elder Scrolls Daggerfall, which is the first one I've played super extensively. Arena is pretty hard to play.
I will
never
say
beaten it.
the box cover art went down.
I've actually never beaten Daggerfall either.
Yeah,
because
how do you
Daggerfall
go from this hot ass bitch to this fucking?
Fucking lame. Like,
Well, I don't think I think they wanted to not have it.
dude, this looks like a
sales.
rejected like Iron Maiden album cover.
Have it
dude.
impact their sales. I'd be way more likely to buy a game with a fine ass bitch on the front than this
the logo
retard.
is way better though. Look at the logo for Daggerfall versus Arena.
I mean, who the hell's looking at this shit when they got this bitch down here?
Well, you got a point.
You can really tell this is like when I've seen most of the boxes.
I mean, it just looks like a
Elder Scrolls
shitty
games.
metal band, you know?
But this has definitely served as kind of a template for the future of like the box art for the games.
Hey,
like
they're no
Oblivion,
longer
Skyrim and
Bethesda
shit.
either. They fixed their logo. That's
so
good.
Daggerfall was Arena was way more like just rote fantasy shit. It was very, very derivative, basic fantasy stuff. Daggerfall was way more complex, had multiple outcomes. There were multiple ways you could go about solving the different side quests. So a lot of free and open movement. A way better character generation and skill system in this one. You gain skills in Daggerfall by using them, which is kind of a cool concept for the time. The more you do something, the more of that kind of character you become. So it rewarded you for role playing your character.
It's interesting. So like Arena basically starts off as not even really the games that people grew to love. It just started off as like kind of a generic game, and then the development went a totally different direction. And this one really kind of set the stage where they actually made the game that they didn't even intend to make the first time.
Right.
So that's
they
why
started out with an eye towards making a big, giant, expansive, open world RPG, and that's exactly
you
what
told
they
us
made.
something really interesting. You say it's like the map is roughly the size of like Great Britain or
Yep.
something.
A lot of people still argue that Daggerfall has the biggest game world in the history of games. There are a few others that people say might take the taco, but for Daggerfall to come out in 1994 and still be a contender for the biggest game world ever created shows you how ambitious this game was. Daggerfall realized a game world the size of Great Britain. It was filled with 15,000 towns and a
crazy.
population of NPCs of 750,000. So that's just astronomically huge for
How
a
the
game.
fuck did they even pull that off in 1994?
You ask me. But this Daggerfall is a game that is marred by the fact that it's too big for its britches. It's too ambitious. It wanted to be too much, and the technology wasn't quite there yet. If you want to pull up some gameplay and we'll take a look at it.
Sure.
Looks pretty similar to Arena. You'll notice a little graphical improvement, little UI improvement.
But for the
and
most
you can
part,
look in
just,
multiple directions as well. In Arena, you were just your 4 cardinal directions.
Oh, I mean, this is definitely already more fluid. Yeah, see, this is cool.
Right. So you've got your and you can see your avatar here. This is really cool for the time to be able to see your character. You were able to create that character. See, this is all a pretty new concept for this time. Wizardry was another video game that heavily inspired the Elder Scrolls series, and you can see a lot of similarities. The difference is that in Wizardry you controlled kind of a party and it was turn-based, and this one was more action-based. But yeah, Daggerfall, huge game, kind of inspired by the Man in the Iron Mask and Vampire the Masquerade in terms of lore, and really started to flesh out the Elder Scrolls as people came to know it.
Yeah, because this one just really strikes me as like an Elder Scrolls. Like the first one, like you said, is just kind of yeah. See, this really strikes me as an Elder Scrolls kind of game.
Yep.
'Cause I mean, I've seen the newer ones. And like I said, I've briefly played them, like people's houses and shit. But this really, if you told me this is the first one, I'd probably believe that.
Yeah.
Knowing nothing about Arena, this really seems like the true first one.
Yep. It was just like Arena, horribly, almost unplayably buggy at release.
You know, now that I'm looking at it, I've actually played this game.
Have you?
Oh yeah. I beat this.
Oh, cool.
Oh,
I
you
beat
beat it?
this. I beat this 25 times
Which
actually.
path did you take?
I took the path of the righteous man.
Oh, that's not a path.
It is
the
Paul.
righteous
You just
man.
don't know
That's
about
not-
it.
That's not a path through this game, TJ.
It is Paul.
I chose chaotic.
It actually
evil.
is.
Chaotic.
It actually is.
Yeah, I went on the Strong Helm mission to retrieve the amulet from the Tower of Power. Something I don't know.
In my research, I pulled a thing that says these early anomalies, talking about the bugs in the game that hurt the sales of this game as well. It says these early anomalies were fixed in later versions, and this experience led to a more prudent release schedule for future games. I don't know if I agree with that.
Rat has died. Rat.
I don't know if I agree that they got better at
Oh, shit,
releasing
dude.
non-buggy games. Oh shit, that's a thief. Run, bitch!
I can kill a thief.
Sword
He's a little
fuck
bitch.
him.
Man, that thief's gonna mess you up.
Sword fuck him.
You can see the AI is not super smart. in these
Thief
games.
just died. Dude, I love old game AI, dude, where you get stuck on walls and shit. You can just fucking, like, all the cheap ways you could fucking, win the game. You know what I mean?
Yep.
I kind of like the gore pile, too. That's kind of cool.
So
Oh, shit, dude, that thief was a
R.I.P.
fucking bad
rat,
motherfucker.
dude.
There's like heads on pikes and shit.
Oh
in
yeah.
there.
Yeah, the game was great. It had a great atmosphere to it, and like I said, it was so huge that you had this idea that you could just never explore it.
So what was the in your experience like? So what did you played as a thief yourself, or what?
In this one,
Or could you play as a thief?
Like in this one, thieving is not necessary. I mean, I think there's a thievery skill, but it's not great. I didn't play as a thief. I usually did magery in Daggerfall.
Okay.
Going through as a mage, I always liked it. But yeah, you could have mage skills and combat skills. It wasn't a super template based game, so you could kind of be whatever you wanted to be in it, which was new. So yeah, this one became a bigger hit, obviously, than Arena did, and kind of established the franchise. People were really thirsty for a new Elder Scrolls game. And there were 2 released that are kind of lost Elder Scrolls games, honestly. I've actually never played either of them. The first one is called Battlespire, and it was originally intended to be an expansion pack for Daggerfall. And if you... in fact, I didn't even pull gameplay for it because it looks exactly like Daggerfall. And it, instead of doing the big expansive world, focused on dungeon crawling. So instead of a big world to explore, you had a bunch of dungeons. People hated it.
Well, that sounds like the opposite of what people wanted with the series. I mean, like,
it took a giant expansive world and condensed it down to a bunch of dungeons.
that's like buying a mansion and living in a closet.
Right.
Yeah, it doesn't make any sense.
I actually want to say that I've played Battlespire, and I think it's actually the finest and most underrated of the Elder Scrolls games.
But interesting fact, Battlespire had multiplayer, co-op, and deathmatch, and it's the only Elder Scrolls title until the Elder Scrolls Online to do so. So kind of
revolutionary. That's why I love it.
I mean, it was kind of that the idea of that, especially in a role-playing game, to have multiplayer and deathmatch capabilities. You could put your character against your friend's character.
So the first kind of like PvP taste of Elder Scrolls.
Yep. And really the only one until it became an MMO. And then the other one that was released that's kind of a lost game was Redguard. And this is a kind of third-person action game. So totally different. Takes place in the Elder Scrolls universe, and you play a Redguard who are basically the black people in the Elder Scrolls.
What?
Yeah, the black people.
What, Paul?
The black people are called Redguards.
That is so fucking offensive, Paul.
Whatever.
We
dude.
apologize.
You don't
on
know
behalf
how
of the show.
You don't know how POC.
We apologize, Paul. We apologize for that insensitive. What? Wow.
So there's your character. Now this game people hated, obviously. They hated it because
they hated it because Hulk Hogan was in it.
Number one, it was nothing like any of the other games. It wasn't really RPG based. It was more of a linear action game, and you couldn't create a character. Everybody got to play as the same dude. So this intro, skip a little ahead so they can see some gameplay.
So yet again,
I think they want to see this intro, Paul.
All right, well, we'll let them watch the fucking intro.
So
then.
I think they want to see this classic intro.
Bethesda kind of just like you really tell Bethesda did not have a set kind of like strategy for marketing and creation of these games. It's like these expansions they released are just nothing like. It's just very strange, you know what I mean? To have an RPG and then you're releasing a game like this. Yeah, like how is this Elder Scrolls?
Right.
The other games we saw, like you said, like Daggerfall, this isn't anything like that.
Right. So it's not a big, like, there's one path through the game. It's a totally linear action game. It's just not Elder Scrolls. People hated it.
So do you know what Daggerfall sold as far as that? Were the sales higher than Arena? I'm guessing they must have.
In the next one, I go over some sales, so
Okay.
we can talk about at least what everything has sold up until that point.
Okay, I gotcha.
But yeah, Redguard, nobody really liked it. But at the time that they were working on both of these, they had already started pre-production on the next full Elder Scrolls title, which was Elder Scrolls Morrowind. And is actually my favorite Elder Scrolls title.
That's the first one I ever had experience with.
So, yeah, Morrowind was an absolute, revelation in RPG gaming. It was the realization of what they wanted to do in Daggerfall, which was create this huge, expansive world populated with interesting NPCs and cool quests to do, and have a non-linear path through the story. Let the character make choices. So in Morrowind, it takes place on the continent of Morrowind in Tamriel, where the Dark Elves are from. And you get to, you play a prisoner who's dropped off on Morrowind, who's released there, kind of banished to Morrowind. You have to make your way. There are all these houses of Dark Elves. And initially, when they made Morrowind in true Bethesda fashion, they kind of overstepped what they were capable of doing. There are 5 great houses, and they wanted you to be able to join any number of them. They wanted you to be able to pick from any of the 5 houses and have that be one of the paths through the game. But that proved to be a little too much for the technology at the time, a little too much game with all the other stuff. It covered the Isle of Vardenfell, So Vardenfell actually is the island that it's on, not Morrowind. My bad.
Fartenfell, what?
Fartenfell.
Fartenfeld.
Fartenfell.
Fartenfeld.
So in this game, you can join 3 of the 5 great houses.
It makes sense because the game comes across like a wet fart.
Whatever, TJ.
Only decent one so far has been the Great
Redguard, dude.
Battlespire.
Well,
TJ's favorite.
I mean, Redguard is okay, but Battlespire is truly the masterpiece.
Really the pinnacle.
So, TJ, I'm sure you beat Morrowind as well.
Yeah, I played Morrowind. I was actually, our dad, Scotty, you might remember, knew some people at Bethesda, and we got an early copy of Morrowind that had no glitches and had a lot more characters and stuff.
Oh, yeah, I'm sure. Yeah.
And
cool.
so I played a better version that was actually released. And there was a lot of stuff in there they had to cut out because,
Right. It was just too badass.
it was too awesome for
Right.
audiences at the time. So I actually played a much better version of Morrowind than anyone else has ever played.
So Morrowind was also ported, and luckily for me it was, because at this time I couldn't afford a PC that would run Morrowind.
You poor piece of shit.
So I played it on Xbox, and so it was just a huge undertaking. The project took close to 100 man-years to create.
Whoa.
Bethesda tripled their staff and spent the first year of development just developing the Elder Scrolls construction set, which they used to build the game.
Wow.
So the first year of Morrowind was spent building the tool they would use to build Morrowind.
So I mean, that's really ambitious. What you're saying is that there wasn't some like when you see a lot of games when they start up, it's like Havoc or you know what I mean? Like they have these different engines, like Unreal Engine and shit.
Right.
So they basically had to build their entire engine from the ground up.
I think it was based on an engine. I don't know that, but yeah, they had to create their entire game from scratch.
That's
But it was a
crazy.
smart thing for them to do. The Elder Scrolls construction set released with the PC version of the game, allowing players to mod the game, which was a almost brand new idea at the time.
Let's see. And people are still playing it to this day, right? Because of all the mods. And
Yeah,
shit.
possibly people still mod this shit and play.
So
it,
let's
dude.
take a look
Take
at
a look
it.
at it. Yeah, the first one there is the original release.
The original release version here. I'm gonna put it up on screen for y'all.
And you can see.
I mean, it's already a pretty tremendous
Just a marked
improvement over
Absolutely,
the
yeah.
previous installments. I mean, obviously technology had advanced,
But yeah, this is really starting to feel like
One of the things about this game, and it's not all that impressive looking at it here, but the water effects in this game. I remember when I first saw them, they were the best I'd ever seen. A lot of people felt that way about this game.
well, this is a way more immersive experience. The other games, I mean, you know how a lot of '90s games they're really fun, but you really just feel like you're like playing a game. At the time you turn this on, and this probably blows your mind.
Morrowind was the first game that where the ambition caught up with the technology caught up with the ambition of Bethesda. They were able to craft this game and make this world that felt totally alive, populated with different NPCs and quests, just quest lines everywhere, hidden secrets, hidden dungeons, optional shit, just huge towns. It felt like a real place. By the end of this game, I felt like I knew the Isle of Vardenfell. I felt like I knew Morrowind. I knew the people of it. It was a great fucking game, man. It's hard to understand.
So let's take a look at. I don't know why it's. Is it just done or is it just frozen? Whatever.
I think it might just be, this video might be a little fun.
Anyway, so
Take a look at the,
here's a modded version from 2016.
So you can see already
Yeah, I mean, like people have obviously added a bunch of like texture
the
packets
textures
and
have been
shit.
completely reskinned, and I mean it probably even looks better today. This is a 2016 mod pack.
Yeah, so I
but
mean, this is
an
2
ultra
years
mod.
ago. So
So the reflections in the water, the draw distance is way longer, the detail on the trees. It looks like a way more modern game. And there are people that still play Morrowind. I mean, the construction set made it a game with like almost unprecedented longevity. Think of like what's a 2002 game that people are still playing, especially a game like this. I can't think of one. And Morrowind was that.
Yeah, as far as RPGs are concerned, probably this.
So let's see. Worldwide sales of the Elder Scrolls 3 Morrowind reached almost 95,000 units by the end of June 2002 and rose to 200,000 copies by the end of September. By August 2005, the game had surpassed 4 million copies sold.
So the word of mouth was crazy. Like
Absolutely.
So it's like the first month, it's kind of like the secret of like 95,000. Then
That's still a hit for them.
Yeah, but then with like you said, like within like 4 or 5 months, it sold 4 million.
Well, no, it released in 2002. By 2005.
Oh, 2005.
It was you can see the
So steady sales. Though,
yeah,
right?
the steady sales, word of mouth, the mods made it infinitely replayable. People started posting gameplay footage in places early on. They started the early kind of Let's Play stuff. That all drove it. Let's see. Morrowind's computer version sold 300,000 copies, so a lot of those were Xbox versions as well. This is a cool little side quest, by the way. You just saw a dude drop out of the sky, and when you loot him, you find a spell on him. I can't remember what it's called, but it allows you to jump a super far fucking distance. Like, you fly literally halfway across the map. It's one of the coolest spells in the game, and a cool little side quest, a little random event that you get. Let's see. Combined sales of all Elder Scrolls computer games released between those dates, so we're talking 2006 and the release of Arena, had reached 990,000 units. So almost 1 million sold by the time that Morrowind released.
Cool.
I mean, Morrowind just blows that out of the water.
And then Morrowind eventually sells for... Now, there were 2 expansions to Morrowind. I think I pulled box art for them. No reason to pull...
Yeah, they're just expansions.
But they were really good. They added quite a bit. Tribunal was kind of an extension of the quest line. And there was Blood Moon, which actually explored werewolves. And you could become a werewolf and a vampire in Blood Moon. You can actually become a vampire in Morrowind.
And this is after ZeniMax had bought Bethesda, right? Because I'm starting to see ZeniMax appear on the box.
ZeniMax.
I'm not sure, but yeah, I think they ZeniMax. No, I don't think they bought Bethesda. I think that they just worked on these expansions with them. The Bethesda didn't do both of the expansions. They kind of farmed them out to ZeniMax, maybe. Did ZeniMax buy Bethesda?
Yeah, but ZeniMax. I believe ZeniMax bought Bethesda in like
well,
99, 2000. So
that makes sense then.
I mean, that's probably how they had the budget to do this, because Bethesda didn't seem like you said, they sold 990,000
Right.
up until that point, and then suddenly they come out with this game, which is like a total realization of the vision of what the creators of this franchise really wanted to do. I mean, like, you can see it back in '94, that kind of sets the tone, and then we go up to fucking Morrowind, and it's like it's night and day. I mean, just seeing the 2 releases, Daggerfall then Morrowind, it's like, whoa, they finally did it.
Right. So, people had to wait 4 years for a new Elder Scrolls. And I'm telling you...
And they were sorely disappointed by this piece of shit.
People were fucking hungry. The fan base was rabid. After Morrowind, the Elder Scrolls it had arrived. You know what I mean? Gamers were fucking crazy over it. And in 2006, they released the Elder Scrolls Oblivion. This is my least favorite of the modern Elder Scrolls games, and a lot of people's favorite. You want to put up a little gameplay while we talk?
Yeah.
So
I
why
just
is
want to
that?
point out like how much the quality of the game has just like deteriorated here, and it's really kind of sad to see, a once great game series reduced to this.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt!
This is a pretty big deal.
Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Sleep! Lightning bolt! Lightning bolt! Sleep!
They kind of did that like live action animation thing.
The animation is pretty fluid.
I mean, not really. The killing was very realistic. Oh yeah, the dude just totally flopped. They're clapping. I don't get it.
So, yeah, people were confused. No.
People are confused by that, but anyway, here's
Yeah,
actual
put up
game.
some actual gameplay. So once again, a straight graphical improvement over Morrowind. So that's,
I mean, this city you're in looks like. I mean, like I said,
I honestly still think the best looking game was the Terminator game, the Terminator
Oh, yeah,
DOS
that
game
really-
from 1990. You know?
yeah, this fucking giant castle we're looking at. I mean, was it 2006?
But is there a?
2006.
Can you go into a supermarket and buy like a handy saw? As a Terminator, I don't think you can do that.
I
in
don't think
this.
you can.
Yeah, wow. You know what?
So I
You
mean,
do,
like,
you're right.
really, I feel like this is clearly the inferior game to the Terminator DOS version from 1990 that they put out.
So yeah, this one centers around something called the Oblivion Crisis, where these portals to the plane of Oblivion open up, and all these demons come out, and you've got to try and save Tamriel from the demonic
Super
invasion.
original. Super original plot.
I don't like this game all that much. I mean, I like it for being an.
Oh well, in that
Scrolls
case,
game.
I love it.
Yeah. It feels like after Morrowind, this game feels like generic medieval fantasy game. You know what I mean? It feels like a step back.
It's basically you're just going to a Renaissance festival.
Yeah, I mean, it basically is. It's these and thous and hey, hail and well met, traveler. And that's really not what Morrowind felt like.
The main storyline, it seems just super derivative. Like the sky portal opens up and you must close it.
Yeah, so you're tasked by Uriel Septim, who is the
What?
Uriel Septim. Yeah.
It sounds so
urethral fucking
urethral septum. Give
He's
it.
the emperor, and he dies. But
It's a
right
urethral
you know
sponge,
what? I've seen
dude.
gameplay. That isn't it like
Captain Picard played Uriel Septim in this.
Yeah,
game.
you know what? I
Patrick
actually
Stewart,
have.
huh?
This is the only one I've actually played some of. I actually did play the beginning of this game and then decided it sucked and stopped.
Well, it's not the greatest Elder Scrolls game, but it is well loved, and once again, super moddable.
A lot of the chat says that Paul is a piece of shit for not liking this game.
damn.
Well, let me
dude.
tell you what one of the main problems of this.
I
game
actually
is.
love this game, guys.
Okay, fine.
Personally,
Yeah,
guys,
yeah,
I really
suck
know.
the chat's
What is one of your
really
main
love it.
problems with this game, Paul? Too good for you?
Here's the problem. The at release, the NPC characters in this game scaled with your character in terms of the loot that they had. So at the beginning of the game, they dropped dog shit, rusty swords, and rags. As you progressed, bandits would be decked out in full fucking glass armor, which is in-game armor, and glass weapons, and all the Daedric armor, all the shit you get at the end game to keep it fair, so that when you run into bandits everywhere, it's always a challenge. And it ended up being bullshit. Obviously, you're in between towns, right? And this ragtag bag of bandits attacks you, and you kill them. And they're literally loaded down with loot that if you sold it, you'd have more money than you could spend in the game. It's retarded. It also caught some flack for its expansion pack, the first one at least, Knights of the Nine, which a lot of people said was just basically like you're paying to buy a horse, armor for your horse, and not very much content. So a lot of people complained about.
So what you're
Knights of the
basically
Nine.
saying, Paul, is it was just too hard for you.
Yeah.
Game is just too hard, too challenging.
So the classic DLC complaint, like you're
I
not
think
getting
this
enough,
person playing is a piece of
You're
shit
not
for
getting
killing
enough
these poor
game.
defenseless huskies.
you're just
man.
getting a fucking skin.
They also
basically.
did microtransactions.
Oh,
The
no,
horse
dude.
armor that I talked about wasn't actually part of Knights of the Nine. It was a microtransaction that would let you put armor on your horse. And this was one of the first games to really dip into that well of like, hey, give us $3 and we'll give you some shit in the game, And people hated it. People were like, fuck you, Bethesda. But the game was still an unqualified success, so they didn't hate it that much. On May 3rd, 2006, the Entertainment Software Rating Board in North America changed Oblivion's rating from T-Teen to mature, citing game content not considered in the ASRB review, i.e., the presence in the PC version of the game of a locked-out art file that, if accessed by using an apparently unauthorized third-party tool, allowed the user to play the game with topless versions of the female.
Woo!
Whoa, man!
That's
Yeah.
the best game ever,
Titty
dude.
Oblivion, dude.
Titty Oblivion.
In response to the new content, the ESRB conducted a review of Oblivion, showing its reviewers the content originally unsubmitted by Bethesda, along with originally submitted by Bethesda, along with this newly disclosed content. And basically, that was kind of a stumbling block for Oblivion because there was no nudity in the game. I think maybe as a developer joke or something, they added it, or maybe they were going to use it at some point and decided against it. And then people were able to unpack the files and find it and make it playable in the game, which caused it to be rated fucking, whatever it is, whatever their stupid rating is, mature.
It's
whatever that means.
It's rated RP for rape.
Oblivion also super moddable. Show them a modded Oblivion, TJ. I mean, this game really looks like a brand fucking new game when you mod it.
Holy shit, dude!
Just totally fucking reskinned and reperspectived. It's just a beautiful game modded, and people still play the shit out of this. People have modded in their their own quest lines
Well,
and shit.
I mean, looking at this is not far off what you see in games now.
I mean, it looks like Skyrim, honestly. It looks like, the next game in the series. So really a lot of longevity to the game. That's really typical of the Elder Scrolls series. People just replay them. I didn't like this one, but other people do. So whatever. I'm not going to shit on a game that's universally loved all night. But it's a little too medieval fantasy, a little too derivative for me.
Show the goddamn titty mods, yeah.
Yeah, let's see the
Boy,
titty mod.
show them the titty
Show
mod.
that shit, man.
We can probably show it. Go find some. I should have pulled
Enough gum flapping. Let's see the
one. I don't think
titties.
digital titties are going to get us in trouble, are they?
I don't know. You never
Hold
know
it,
with
TJ.
YouTube.
Roll the dice, TJ.
Hold it, TJ.
All right, let me see if I can find it.
Titties now. Titties now. Titties now.
Shut up.
I want Oblivion titties, TJ. Come on.
Fuck,
Yeah. Elder Scrolls Oblivion tits.
Just put topless.
No
Topless.
tits.
Topless.
dude. This looks pretty fucking cool right here, man.
Yeah. I mean, the mods are just fucking insane.
So I'm assuming this is like the.
This is the Oblivion gate.
yeah,
Yeah.
this is the fucking entrance of the demons.
Um.
Don't you fight like a dragon here or some shit, or what do you fight here?
Just
What's like- what-
demons and bullshit.
What's the main? Is there a main baddie in this game?
Yeah, I don't remember what his fucking name is, but yeah, there's a.
So, I mean, I know these games aren't really about like. I mean, yeah, you eventually do that, but I know that's not the thrust of these games. It's the the whole world and the immersive experience. But yeah, I was just kind of.
I can't find nothing like that. You guys
All
made that
right,
up.
well, you'll have to go get Oblivion and mod it yourselves. The game had shipped 1.7 million copies by April 10th, 2006, sold over 3 million copies by January of the next year.
Oh wait, hold on. Let's take a look at this Oblivion voice actor thing real quick.
Oh, yeah.
This is great. This is great.
So, yeah, we have to turn it up so they can hear it.
I just did.
According for an old beggar.
There's a...
They can't hear you.
You look like someone who's comfortable in heavy armor. Good day. I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night. Wait a minute, let me do that one again. I heard that thieves broke into the Arcane University, the Imperial Legion compound, and the temple all on the same night.
What?
Take care.
So, they actually accidentally left in...
I'm gonna do that one again.
That's it, TJ.
I know. I just turned
Sweet.
this back on
Okay.
and turned it off.
I didn't know they could hear us again. Yeah, so they accidentally left in a flubbed line.
That's so awesome, dude.
Let me do that one again.
Let me do that one
Try
again.
that again.
Let me do that one again.
That's great.
Let me do that one again.
So let me give you some sales figures, some stales figures,
Some,
Stales.
yeah, because it is stale. You
some
know?
stales figures.
At this point, series getting a little stale.
There was also another expansion pack outside of Knights of the Nine called the Shivering Isles, which was actually really good. Added a quest line that allowed you to go meet a Daedric prince, which is these princes of the Oblivion world or whatever the fuck. They become very, very well. They're very important in all these Elder Scrolls games.
Obliviontopia.
Daedra. So let's see. Let me find some sales figures here. Yep. So it sold over 3.5 million copies by November 2011. Electronic Entertainment Design and Research, a market research firm, estimates that the game has sold 9.5 million copies worldwide.
Jesus.
Up to this date. Reviewers praise the game for its impressive graphics, expansive game world, and schedule-driven NPCs. So, yeah, that was another thing. NPCs in this game had lives, and they would go about them. Certain times of the day, they went to work. They'd be home by a certain time. All kind of new stuff. So, on November 11th, 2011, so another long wait for people, they released Skyrim, which is
Skyrim.
like a total cultural phenomenon still to this day. You want to put up a little gameplay so we can watch while we talk about it?
Show. Let's take a look at that.
So Skyrim was released on November 11, 2011 to widespread critical acclaim. It was awarded Game of the Year by IGN, Spike, and a bunch of others. The game's main story revolves around the player character who is prophesied to destroy the world.
Sweet.
The game is set 200 years after the events of Oblivion, so long period of time between games here. And the player completes quests and develops the character by improving skills. I think I read that wrong. Your character isn't going to... Revolves around the player character's quest to defeat Alduin the World Eater, a dragon who is prophesied to destroy the world. That's right.
Oh,
Yeah,
man,
you're not
it would have been
supposed to be
way
the
cooler if
Yeah.
your character is
I-
prophesied to
I
destroy
was-
the world.
I was reading that. I was like,
Yeah, I
man,
was
I
like,
don't remember that.
Yeah, dude, that's what I was thinking of. Yeah, like the
Yeah,
fucking dragon
idiot,
battle.
Paul.
Yeah, so this one, Skyrim is the one that really started the dragon battles, and they are pretty cool. They're a little, I don't know, easy in the unmodded game, a little lame, but whatever. We'll get to that. Let's see. It got some criticism, particularly for its numerous technical issues. I mean, I'm sounding like a broken record here at this point, but Bethesda likes to release
Bethesda.
buggy fucking games. And Skyrim was no different. It was buggy as fuck when it released, totally unoptimized. But at least now we've got the internet, so patching was a thing back then, and eventually it got fixed.
I mean, it's the same thing with the Fallout series. I mean,
yeah.
Bethesda's always kind of put out games that are fucking buggy. I mean, even with Fallout 4, that was one of my major complaints with the game was it was buggy.
A lot of people complained too about the skill system in Skyrim. It's a little more restrictive. Oblivion had a class-based system, but it was malleable in that if you picked a thief class, you could also pick up magery skills and shit. You can do the same thing in Skyrim, but you have less skills to kind of spread around. You have less points. So when you level up, you know, if you want to be a badass archer and you want to max out the whole archery tree, well, then you're going to suffer in what else you can do. You're not going to be able to do a whole lot more in magic.
Were you able to reallocate points?
Yes, there was a way. I don't know if it was modded in or added in later, but there was a way for you to go back and redo your character. But, you know, that being said, most people, you know, pick a play style and stick with it. And this one didn't really allow you to do that. Well, it did, but it was just way more restrictive. So people didn't like that. Let's see. The game continues the open world tradition of its predecessors. Yeah. There's, you know, what can you say about fucking Skyrim? Super moddable. Again, I pulled a modded Skyrim demo.
Yeah,
if
let's
you
see
wanna
how
look,
much.
And this absolutely
See how much
is,
better it looks.
It's fucking insane.
Yeah.
I mean, look at this. This looks like a cutscene from a game or some shit. Just absolutely like almost photorealistic. All of this is like custom E&Bs and textures and lighting.
This is just a modded graphic.
I mean,
showcase,
just think how
so
far
this
this
is
series
actual
has come.
gameplay,
When you
but-
consider this is 94 to what, and this is like a 2016 mod or something, 2017.
Yeah, this is a 2016 full mod, so it's actually probably gotten better since then. But this is one of the best.
Yeah, I mean,
showcases
they literally
I've
have
seen.
chickens just roaming around and shit.
I mean,
dude.
all this extra stuff.
Listen to
added.
this from our chat. Skyrim was wide as an ocean, but deep as a puddle.
A lot of people did say, you know, Skyrim had less depth than Oblivion. I don't agree, honestly. You know, Skyrim has a lot of dungeon crawling in it, where Oblivion was more of a... I mean, there were dungeons in Oblivion, but there's a lot of dungeons in Skyrim, optional side stuff, but I don't know, it felt just as immersive to me.
I mean, any gaming series that's this popular, has this many eyeballs on it, there's going to be critics of it, and naturally there's going to be criticism. I mean, there has to be. There's going to be elements of the games that previous games had that some people loved. Like, I'm sure there's things in Oblivion that they did away with. So people were like,
course.
"Oh fuck, I really love this part of the game. This element's in the game. So now that they did this, I don't like the game as much. I mean, I still enjoy it. Like you said, you didn't. I mean, so where did you come on Skyrim? Because you said
I love Skyrim.
So Morrowind. Definitely your
is my
favorite,
absolutely.
Oblivion,
Oblivion is good. You know, it's a great game, but it's not a great Elder Scrolls game in my opinion. I just don't like it.
Someone said that is true. Skyrim was boring, and fuck you, Paul. You didn't even remember the main enemy of Oblivion's name. Fucking Sky, baby.
I don't like Oblivion.
You didn't even remember the main villain's name, Paul. You don't even know.
I don't like Oblivion, dude. It's not my favorite Elder Scrolls game. Sorry.
It should be, Paul, because it's the best. It's the fucking best, Paul.
So Skyrim, like, we could talk a little bit now at this point about some of the things that make these games cool. The side quests that were established, a lot of them were established in Oblivion, honestly. You can join a thing called the Dark Brotherhood in the Elder Scrolls, and it's like the Assassin's Guild, basically, which, you know, makes you have access to all these side quests where you get to go kill people in the game world. Really cool. You can join the Thieves Guild, the Fighters Guild, the Mages Guild, and your gameplay experience and quest lines and side quests are all going to be different based on what you choose. So it's another way to customize your character outside of its stats and your skills and your skill points. You get to decide what faction.
I mean, you almost have
join.
like a career at that point. It's like you're an assassin.
Yeah, and you can join multiples too.
That's cool.
You can be in the Thieves Guild and finish that quest line, and then go discover the Assassin's Guild and become an assassin. The end quest for these quest lines was always some huge payoff. You know what I mean? Like, you get like some badass armor that lets you sneak better, or, you know, a badass dagger that gives, you know, more backstab damage or some shit. So it was always worth doing. Added a whole lot of replay value to the game, and a whole lot of role-playing value too. I've always been a dude that likes to limit the characters that I make. You know what I mean? Like, be like, this dude is just a big fucking dumb guy with a big sledgehammer, and that's how he gets shit done. And this dude is a fucking mage, and he's smart, but he's weak as fuck. You know, the Elder Scrolls is really like one of the best gaming series to do that in. So that's Skyrim.
Is it though, Paul?
Oh my God, 2 pairs
Whoa,
of sunglasses, TJ.
Is it, Paul?
You've gone off the fucking rails with this one, TJ.
I don't think you even understand. Talk about the best Elder Scrolls, Paul.
What's the
Talk
best
about the
Elder
best one,
Scrolls?
Elder Scrolls Online.
So why is the series
best.
called Elder Scrolls? That makes
The Elder Scrolls are like, in the game, they're supposed to be like the history of Tamriel. It's past, present, and future.
Okay.
So the Elder Scrolls tell the story of the world, basically. And, you know, they feature in each game, but they're never central. It's just kind of the overarching name of the game.
I got you.
So the next game in the series is 2014's The Elder Scrolls Online situation.
Online.
Let's go over here and see if I'll open a chest.
Look how good it is.
There's a potion.
Oh, there's a rat. Oh my God.
Look how fucking good it is, dude.
So, yeah, it looks great. It looks like an Elder Scrolls game. It plays kind of like an Elder Scrolls game, but really, at the heart of it, it's just a reskinned World of Warcraft game.
How dare you?
You know, a lot of people are playing it still. It recently, I think, went free to play, if I'm not mistaken, with microtransactions.
Knowing
and an
you, you
optional
probably are
subscription
mistaken.
model.
So dumb, Paul.
All you got to buy is the game now, and you can play it forever if you want. And if you want to buy the subscription model, you get extra shit. Really, you know, I don't have a lot to say about this game. I haven't played much of it. A certain individual loves it, so if that tells you anything.
What individual? I don't know who you're talking
A
about.
certain individual who gets involved in many
So a lot of like
situations.
raids and dungeon shit. So it's mainly more about is it more about the fighting aspect of the game?
I mean, yeah,
that's what's like. It looks like that's the focus of it.
It's grinding and questing and,
Yeah.
and you know, making a guild and fighting big bosses and getting together with players to do it. It's dumbed down as far as the advancement goes and as far as the combat goes.
I guess there's also some kind of card game or some bullshit.
Yeah, that is what we'll talk about next. This is the Elder Scrolls Legends, which, I mean, it's a card game. They're trying to cash in on the I don't know if either of you guys have played it, but Hearthstone, which is Blizzard's tradable card game thing.
I'm aware of it. Yeah.
So everybody's trying to make these card games now, and I guess Bethesda decided to try and cash in on the Elder Scrolls franchise and do it. So each player or computer opponent starts with a deck between 50 and 70 cards. At the start of each battle, each player starts off with 3 cards drawn from that deck and 1 magicka, which is used to deploy the card. So it's basically like Magic the Gathering. You've got mana. You've got cards that cost a certain amount of mana. You can only play, you know, that many cards a turn, and then you fight each other's cards, and whoever wins wins. I don't know. It doesn't look all that interesting to me. It's got a lot of lore, I guess, from the Elder Scrolls universe. So if you're a big junkie for the lore, this might be kind of a fun game. but I don't know. Doesn't interest me at all.
I don't understand why you'd make a computer or whatever the fuck this is for game where you're just playing a card game. Why don't you just make actual cards and stuff? I don't know. Seems kind of strange to me.
I mean, there are games like this that I really like playing. Like Hearthstone is kind of a fun game.
No.
And it's reminiscent of playing Magic the Gathering, you know, but...
You're crazy, Paul. What
But
the
I mean,
fuck is...
as with any sort of card game, I mean, like, look, I think the appeal of the games like this is that it's immersive and you can see the environments and, like, I mean, a lot of times, like, yeah, like Magic the Gathering, it's your imagination.
Right.
You know, and I think there's an element to it where it's fun and interesting if you're really into that kind of thing, but I think most people want to actually just see that.
Yeah, of course.
They want to experience that with all their senses.
They don't want to play a card game. So this game didn't do all that well. Not a critical success. Not a sales success.
Someone just said in the chat, they're like, lore? Really? Lol. Like, there's no lore to this. I could just tell. I don't know shit about it, and I could tell just from watching this episode that there's lore behind this shit.
That's something we can talk about. Starting with Morrowind, you could find books in the game. And they're literal readable books. Now, they're not as long as a normal book, but they're little bits of lore that are sprinkled out all throughout the game that tell the story of things that are going on that you don't get to see. And give you a little idea what kind of literature the people in the world are reading and what kind of, histories they keep.
Kind of a taste of the culture of the world.
So anybody that says lore lol about this game, this series of games, just doesn't know what they're fucking talking about. It's all lore. I mean, it's really one of those games.
Yeah, that's why you play a game like this.
If you're a junkie for that type of shit, if you like to consume every little scrap of extra shit in a game, there's no better game than this. You know, turn over
it says right here, sign up for beta now. I think you have to already be a beta to play this game.
Hey, beta, cook.
So we have 2 more videos. I don't know. What the fuck is Elder Scrolls Blades?
So there are 2 Elder Scrolls games currently in development by Bethesda. One is Elder Scrolls Blades, which is an action role-playing game. So it looks like they're trying to maybe go back and do some more Redguard shit.
Oh. Because it was so successful the first time.
But, unfortunately, the Elder Scrolls Blades is for a platform I like to call tablets. And it looks awful. Look at this shit.
Oh.
No.
Oh, no. Mobile gaming, dude.
Nope. Blades features 3 main game modes, Abyss, Arena, and Town. Abyss offers a roguelike experience in which the player must attempt to get as far as possible in an endless dungeon. Arena is a player versus player multiplayer mode in which 2 players battle against each other. Town is the game's main mode, which is a hub area where the player can progress the story, receive quests, and meet NPCs.
I mean, Arena, that's almost like that's a kickback to the fucking first.
Well, they're obvious.
Elder
Yeah, they're
Scrolls
probably
game,
doing a callback to it.
Yeah.
At least the idea of it.
I see this guy's reaction. Blah.
Yeah, it's just like, all right. Yeah, a mobile Elder Scrolls
I mean,
game.
they did this with Fallout too. I mean, maybe not as immersive and as, intense, but I don't know. I understand why they're doing it. It's just to stay competitive in the marketplace, but at the same time, it's just kind of like we all know it's just going to be a fucking stripped down, shitty version.
Yeah, and
of what you like.
This is early footage. This is still in development, so it might change with time. But it looks pretty shit, and I won't be playing it because fuck mobile gaming.
Let's. I'm gonna turn the volume on and play this trailer here or this announcement teaser.
Yep.
I'm gonna turn our mics off. So.
All right. We don't know where it takes place. There's rampant speculation about...
Well, that told me nothing about
absolutely
anything.
Nothing. We don't even know what it's going to be called. So, like Elder Scrolls Morrowind or Oblivion or Skyrim, they're just telling us it's just 4.
This is fucking this is typical Bethesda marketing.
Oh, yeah.
It's just, it's drip marketing. It's like, hey, they just want the fans to know that this is going to happen. You have 3 fucking pairs of sunglasses now, TJ?
Yeah.
This was probably...
That's how cool I am, Scotty.
the most viewed and talked about demo at this year's E3, and it gave the least amount of info of any demo. You know what I mean? So like this got the biggest buzz.
They could have just fucking had a black screen and then a fart sound effect, like, and then just said Elder Scrolls 6. People be like, yeah!
You're absolutely right about that. But I don't know. I can tell you where it isn't. It doesn't look like it's in Morrowind again. It doesn't look like it's in Skyrim again. So people are saying maybe the Somerset Isles or Black Marsh or elsewhere. I hope it's like Black Marsh or
I hope it's in
elsewhere.
Nevada.
Maybe it is. Maybe it is in Nevada.
I hope
Elder
it's in
Scrolls
fucking Nevada.
Nevada.
Elder Scrolls Nevada.
But wherever it is, it's going to be the hugest game ever. When it's released, everybody but the Kirk brothers will play it.
You know what I want, Paul?
What
I
do you
want
want?
a fucking Fallout, Skyrim. I'm not Skyrim, Elder Scrolls crossover, dude.
So you want to like fast forward 10,000 years or something to the Fallout universe?
Yeah, dude.
Wow.
Let's fucking have it, dude.
Let's do it. It's time. It's time for the crossover.
Dude, it'll happen. Watch. One day when Bethesda's starting to fucking really go downhill, they'll be like, crossover of both our biggest properties.
And that's about all I pulled. I did pull a little information about the Daedra, which are the demons, because they're my most favorite part of. Whoa,
TJ, the intro, dude. What's wrong with you, TJ?
So in the game, the gods of the game are all kind of demon princes, and each of them has their own little kind of area that they're responsible of. A lot of the religious and like villain stuff in the game is designed around a bastardized inversion of the Catholic Church. According to one of the guys, especially the guy that designed the quests and stuff for Oblivion. I was watching a big long interview with him while I was prepping for this, and he was talking about how oh, fuck, I lost my train of thought. Jesus Christ.
He was talking about
fucking.
He was the Catholic Church. He was talking about how the lore in Morrowind. He asked the designers. He was working on the side quests and stuff, and he was like, can I change this around? And they were like, yeah, go ahead. So he made the Dark Brotherhood quest.
No, they're
line.
not. Jesus Christ, goddamn, Paul.
What?
Someone in the chat said, no, they're not. Jesus Christ, goddamn, Paul.
Oh, well, they're fucking stupid.
They're not based on the Catholic Church.
The Dark Brotherhood quest line, as it appeared first in Oblivion, is based directly on an inversion of Catholic mythology.
Nah.
The Night Mother is Mary.
No.
Sithis is God and Jesus.
Wrong, Paul. Wrong again.
Yeah, what a douche. Why are you reading all that shit? One of the great things about doing this show is that I don't have to look at that douchebaggy nonsense.
Well, I thought you might want to know.
Quit reading it.
I thought you might want to know you're being fact-checked right now, Paul.
Yeah, well, the fact checkers are retards.
Every word you say is being scrutinized, Paul.
I'm being fact-checked by a bunch of specials. So yeah, anyway, that's about all I pulled. That's about it. That's the Elder Scrolls.
So TJ,
Well, that sucks. We got fucking 45 more minutes to fill.
No, we don't.
45 more
So TJ,
fucking
would you
minutes
actually
of this shit.
play? Obviously, you don't even want to seriously talk about this, TJ. You don't take this.
I don't know anything about it. What am I going to fucking
So would
say?
you actually go and play these games? How about that? TJ?
Yeah, I'll play one. Which one?
Play Skyrim.
I'm going to play Skyrim. I don't know how I'm going to fucking have to do all them stupid mods and shit.
I'll help you. I'll
right.
help you mod Skyrim up.
You
and
have to
get
mod
playable.
it for me.
I'll mod it for you. I know how to do it.
Hey, Pa.
Ashley's actually way better at it than me. I'll have her do it for you.
Pa.
Yeah, have
I wanna do a
Ashley
barbecue,
come down
Paul.
and mod me a
Hey,
version.
Paul, can you cook all the meat? Hey, Paul, I want to play Skyrim. Can you just mod everything for me?
But I'll tell you this, TJ.
Please, pal, mod Skyrim for me.
I installed a mod
Thanks.
for Skyrim once that not only made all the women topless, but gave them totally absurdly huge boobs. Like that expansion fetish or whatever the fuck.
Yeah.
Just like over the top ground dragging tits.
Oh my god, dude.
You want all kinds of crazy
You can
shit.
mod in like fucking in the game. You can have like pornographic bullshit. Everybody
I am going to
Everybody can be
fucking-
walking around with hard-ons.
I'm gonna play some Skyrim and I'll put it on TJ Does Life or some shit.
Yeah, we'll
so
mod it up.
I'm gonna do it because I feel like my ignorance about the Elder Scrolls it's been too long. It's time
for
to
it to
play
come to an
the
end.
Rim of the Sky, bitch.
I think you guys would like it because you guys like you like.
I'm gonna play it and it's gonna be
like
the best
RPG
fucking.
elements
I'm gonna be
there.
the best at it ever. It's gonna be the greatest thing.
kind of character are you gonna play?
I don't fucking know.
Well, you can be like a fighter with big heavy armor.
Yeah.
You know, you could be a mage.
Right.
All different schools of magery too. So you could be like an illusion mage, or like a destruction mage, or a mystical mage.
Destruction mage.
Yeah, all right, you're gonna be a or you could be a thief,
Nah.
like a sneaky dude that used bow and arrows and daggers.
No, I want to
shit.
just walk in and blow shit up.
Yeah, then destruction mage is your shit.
Yes.
But you're gonna get blown up too, because mages are weak at the beginning of the game.
Well, whatever. I'm gonna get my ass kicked no matter what because I suck. But
What
it's
about
all
you,
good.
Scotty? What kind of character would you play in these games?
Dude, I'm gonna be the fucking warrior, dude. I'm gonna be the fucking big ass barbarian that goes in there and just fucking no strategy, run into the room and fucking kill the baddies.
Big ass two-handed axe or
yeah,
some
dude,
shit?
just like, because I mean, that I like that style because you know, yeah, you do get the shit beat out of you and you die a lot if you get swarmed by enemies or something.
Yep.
But you know what? You don't have to think. A lot of times you just run in the fucking dungeon. It's like I'm gonna run ahead and kill everything, and if I get my health gets too low, I'm gonna run out, heal or get potions or whatever I need to do. Run back in and fucking do it again.
That's definitely an option for sure in the game. So yeah. Yep, I always play a thief. I always play like the sneaky type with the bow and arrow and the daggers and shit.
Quite fitting then, Paul.
Yes. A dirty sneak thief. But anyway, that's fucking Elder Scrolls.
In a nutshell.
Yep. Elder Scrolls in a nutshell.
From Arena to Skyrim to the upcoming Untitled.
Pretty cool to watch the development of the series. And I got to learn about those two games, Redguard, and what was the other one?
It was Redguard and
Fucking the two
Battlespire.
Yeah, Battlespire. I didn't even know those fucking games existed. All right, TJ. All
Presented
right.
in glorious TJ
3
vision.
fucking pairs of glasses.
How about 4 pairs?
I don't know. I don't have another one.
Here you go, dude.
Ow.
Ow! It's hard to catch things.
Well, it especially is when I can't see because I'm wearing these fucking shades.
Damn, TJ, that's fucking dope. You look like Master Yi.
He just fucking started a new style, dude.
Yeah,
How to put
bitch.
shades
Hey,
you
League of
wear.
Legends players out there, it's
This is
Master
my new
Yi.
thing right here.
It's Master Yi.
Fuck y'all. Good night.
Good
Oh.
night and good luck.
Become patrons and all that other stuff.
Bye.
Bye.